Welcome to another episode on my Arduino Yun, running with Linux and quite a few electronic stuff, and the whole schematics is shown here. If you've seen my videos on this subject before, then you know kind of what it looks like. Fischertechnik motor 1, fischertechnik motor 2 with propellers both. RC circuits, which by now work nicely after I have changed the sequence of the different components. Then also some potmeters which control the speed of named motors, and they work exactly the opposite way. Potmeter 1 works in the way that if you turn it open fully, then the motor works completely, and here's the other way. The motor goes full speed when the potmeter is turned down. Working on these switches, doubtful right now. They should work. Focus on the the focus for now is the NTCs, and first of all I take just one NTC, which is this one, which is read by port A3. The problem is so far that I have not been able yet to give reasonable measurement of the temperature, and recently I put an LED in front of it, but an LED has the problem that it takes very low power consumption and no heat. Now usually you use it for light only, and then an LED is perfect. However, in the example that fischertechnik provides, and yes, this is fischertechnik, but the NTC I received is also from fischertechnik. Not that it is specifically made by fischertechnik, but provided by. And there they use the NTC, a propeller, and a lamp, and more specifically a lens lamp. So that is a lamp with a lens on it that focuses the light and that provides heat. So what I want to do now is replace this LED by this lens lamp. So what I am going to do now is take this one off and put it in the lens lamp. Now one point is, of course, is it at the same level? I think so. But what is the necessary distance? Well, that is of course to be seen. That's one thing. Now it needs to burn. And if you look at this specific wire, it is this. It is from this LED and RC circuit. No, not from this RC circuit, but from this LED that it gets its power so far. So to get everything working, I need to start the monitor. and that is new what I have constructed, because so far I had no, I can't show you. I had this command, which makes the monitor come into this terminal, and as you can see, I have put everything into this command, which I made executable, and that is typically for Unix. So I made it today, and it is an executable script. So actually a newly constructed command, which I can start like this, and I still have to give the password because it is still that script, and there you go. So now I don't have to retrace that whole command or type it in or whatever. I just have to give that command and it's done. So now see what happens. An LED goes, motor goes, but more importantly this should go. Does this go? There's only one way to find out. Not really. So question is, why isn't it going? That is a very good question. It does burn, there's no doubt about it, but not very bright, or none at all right now. And I know the lamp is in working order, so how come? Should I give it a lot more light? And that is next. Now since this doesn't really work, I have to look at the values that are being sent, and one of the things is that this is being controlled by analog out pin 3, which is right here, and this is by output value 2. Now what is output value 2? I am not quite sure. Here output value 2 as well. What is output value 2 anyway? It is 0. And does it get a nice value? Here output value 2 as well. So it looks like it is quite low. Then it is a good idea to say, alright, serial print output value 2 is and next line serial print line output value 2. That should give me an idea which value this is, and then I can say, alright, I want it somehow fixed. Maximum, for example, whatever. So everything here is set correct. So let's find out. Yep, first time uploading. Everything holds, or should hold. Okay, it's done. So there we go again. Some values. Input from the keyboard by holding the enter key. Output value 2. Do I see it somewhere? No, not really. And it is 0 when sensor value is larger than 500. And really, it is a very low value. So if I say this is the other, this is the other way around. So now it is 10:15. Let me enlarge this space. Where is sensor value? If sensor value 2 is larger than 500, potmeter 2 larger than 500, output value 3 is being done, which, oh wait a minute, yeah, no, that's not correct. Here output value 3 is being printed, but where's output value 2? That's a good question. I don't see it. Then where is this? Oh, here output value 3 is being printed as well. So I copy these two lines simply here as well. I need to know what it is. And then the sensor value 2 is the second potmeter. So now I will know, no matter what value it is, what the output value 2 is, because then I know what analog out pin 3 is being assigned to as a value. Alright, let's go. Well, that's one thing. Now, oh yeah, let's see. Where is output value 2? I still don't see it. Wait a second. Why do I not see output value 2 on screen? This is strange. This is clearly if, maybe I should say else if. but then again it should print out anyway. Here, NTC value 2 pot meter, and here it says larger than 500, so that means that this is being printed anyway. Then where is the output for output value 2? Am I missing something somehow? I have output value 1, I have output value 3. And where is this one? Output value 3. Here's output value 2, which is not being printed. This is strange. This is really strange. I don't get it. Right. Yeah, I need to find out more. And once again, the devil is in the details. Usually, when I use the serial monitor from this menu and want things printed, I use serial print line. However, I'm using the console now, so it has to be console print dot print. And let me upload. Now it will work. Thank you. Yes, I know. So now things will be different. And is it? Yes, output value 2 is 0. So now I turn the pot meter entirely the other way. Output value 2 is 0. Yeah. Then it's not going to do anything at all. Oh, nice. So output value 2 has been assigned 0, but is not being used as such. So when I look here through all the code, apparently the variable is being used and is 0. What I need to do is to find out, yeah, I use it always as 0. That is true, I recall. So I probably should use output value 3, because that is directly related to sensor value 2, which is the second pot meter. So going back to unlock out pin 3, and I'm changing this to 3, which is directly dependent, as I said, to this pot meter. And then I will have to change it here as well. Or do I? No, not necessarily. Alright. So, out pin 3 gets output value 3. Okay, upload. See what happens now. Done. Roll in. So right now, what is sensor value is 16. And do I see anything from this? No, it's totally dark. Let me now put it right there. So now sensor value is 1015 pot meter 2, and it still doesn't do a thing. This is weird. Oh wait, I know why. I know why. It's connected. This should be better. It's no use if you connect everything to mass, but then again it still doesn't do a thing. Yeah, now it's getting the signal connected to mass as well, to ground. So what next? I think lens lamp anyway. That would be a very good idea now, because it should do anything or something now, especially with this value. So let's see. Alright, so things don't work as intended or as planned or as designed. Then it occurs to me that this lamp from fischertechnik is actually designed for 9 volts to be used with pulse width modulation. A constant 9 volts. Now the point is that the Arduino is delivering 2 voltages, 3.3, 3,3 whatever, and 5, not 9. So I have taken this battery, which is 9 volts. It is well, it says extra heavy battery. It's brand new. It's 9 volts. So when I connect the lamp to it, see what happens. So the question now is, since this works on the battery, what's the voltage on this point where it has the red connector? And I will take another probe for it. Let's see. Let me take this probe, since I am not using that one. Yeah, it's 5 volts with pulse width modulation. That much is clear. So changing time base. This is what you get, kind of. Anyway, apparently I really need 5 volts, and then I noticed something else. It is getting weaker very fast. So is this really 9 volts yet? So most likely this is very weak, doesn't work. Once again the multimeter, because since the very rapid decline in shining for the battery, it is shown as, and I'm doing this off camera for now, .6. So from 9 in a mere minute, half volt less. There's a lot. So let me once again try. And I don't care about that cover. Yeah, alright, it does work. And if I point it to this NTC, what is the result? What is the result of it? Am I actually measuring on the NTC? I don't think so. It shows nothing now. But if I measure at the NTC, what do I see then? And it is the purple probe. Oh, the lamp is gone. The lamp really is gone now. Or, well, not entirely, but as much as can be seen. So, how much is this lamp now? I don't like this at all. Not for a minute. So, measuring this battery again. Still 8.2 now. So, almost a complete volt drop in about a few minutes. That means that that it draws a lot, much more of course than the LED, but then still. So if I once again connect this, I have to rethink my experiment on the NTC. Big ouch. The idea was nice. touching it, well, no use so far. If I touch it, measure it, and this is the purple probe, nah, hardly any use. This is no use. Yeah, so much for an experiment. Because where do I get 9 volts? A constant 9 volts. Power supply? Then again, yeah. Nice questions all over. What next? Well, basically I am at the full length of this episode. What did I do? Well, check code and check on NTC and lens lamp, finding out that the voltage of 5 volts is too low to let the lens lamp burn, because even with a battery of 6 volts it hardly does anything, which makes me having to reconsider the whole setup of the NTC. How to go on? Not a clue. Lots of electronics to deal with, but the NTC is a big question mark now. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. You can follow me on Instagram and like. Leave comments if you like. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. More information at the start of this video and on my website, and lots of other stuff on my website as well. And this is going to be continued, probably not with the NTC, but with other ideas. Bye bye.